It's not politics. A man spoke up for what he believes in and he got shot in the neck over it. And you couldn't stand there and call my name out, my name. But you called his name out. But you called his name out, couldn't call his name out. Called his name out, but couldn't call his name out. No, actually I was setting him up for success because I wrote a really good report.
Was it Charlie Kirk?
Excuse me?
Is it Charlie Kirk?
It is Charlie Kirk.
Wonderful. But she was a really kind girl and brought your drink.
It's the point.
Oh, geez.
You guys came in after me. The place was completely empty.
Oh, geez.
And you're making a scene. You didn't have to make a scene. It's a name. It's a policy that your company upholds. Fight for. This is what you all need to understand. It is called freedom of speech. It is getting shut down in America. And this young lady over here wanted to point out that freedom of speech is what is getting shut down.
Put it up full mass. Madam, according to you, you're a learned individual. Starbucks is not a member of the American government. The Constitution was written to stop the government from impeding on your right of free speech. You are in something called a private establishment. And in a private establishment, rules apply such as they can actually kick your ass out. It's called trespass laws. They can determine if your actions are obscene, possibly creating a discomfort to others. They get to do this in private establishment, no issue. But I do find it ironic that you make the proclamation of free speech while supporting an administration seemingly that's completely antithetical to that said speech. If that speech happens to criticize Benjamin Netanyahu, or if that speech criticizes the Israeli military complex. You understand my point? All right, so Karen in Starbucks is insisting that the Starbucks staff call out Charlie Kirk's name for her drink. When they refuse, she begins to lecture them, providing inaccurate information at the same time. All right, pretty common here. Let's go to the Charlie Kirk angle just for a moment. Charlie Kirk is one person who unfortunately was killed. And in the context of the right versus the left, the context should be active, verbal, aggressive maybe, debate or exchange of ideas. We make no bones about the reality that those on the right have called for massive violence in this nation for many years, including this one. They have called for violence. But see, Charlie Kirk is a proxy for something so much more bigger. Here's the reality of this nation. This nation is based on what they call laws, but it's truly simply manipulation. Don't allow them to personify the problem in a dead man named Charlie Kirk, because the thing, the element, the dynamic that created the product is still here. That's your actual enemy. The fact that those forces are now starting to do things like have conferences with military commanders, taking over black cities by way of federal command, when the Republican Party was supposed to be about smaller government. So understand what this is really about. Charlie Kirk is being utilized as a proxy for these individuals because these are the same folks that rely on Jesus and God and the Bible. So you damn right, they will utilize this opportunity to take more power away from you. All right, dear brother, thoughts here.
I mean, yeah, you have Charlie Kirk, I think, who truly rest in peace, but also I think was definitely a mouthpiece for Christian nationalism. Yeah. And I think that this sort of propping him up as almost an MLK figure is really cringy, to say the
Right.
least, and it's super inappropriate. This woman, though, it is kind of wild how both sides of the political aisle can kind of galvanize around certain issues like the importance of the First Amendment, but then do so in a way that are completely diametrically opposed. Like the fact that we just had Trump sign in that they can go after people who are quote anti-capitalist or anti-Christian or anti-American opens the door for all kinds of silencing all across this country. And so I agree that yeah, the First Amendment's incredibly important, and also this whole thing where people walk into establishments with the express interest of just making viral content. It makes me feel so bad for these workers at these establishments who are just trying to do their job, but then they have someone walk in with a cell phone. They saw it on Twitter or whatever, and they thought, "I'm going to go do that." And you're just ruining other people's experiences around you, and you're doing it in this like morally righteous way. There are things you can fight against morally, and this isn't one of them. So it's just it's sad to see, and I hope this trend stops because even for their standards, it's pretty low.
Yeah, and when you don't have substance, you have to de-evolve into things like this
Yep.
in order to create attention.